Imagine your bed calling your name, a soft, quiet place to rest your head and close your eyes. Your bed is your reward after a long, hard day at work. As you slip between the sheets, surprise! The room fills with loud noise as coworkers, neighbors, and friends climb into bed with you. The world of technology has become so mobile that it has entered our bedroom. While we should be winding down from a long day at work, we actually invite the world into bed with us as we check our emails, go on social media, send out a text or two, play one more game, which isn't going to be one more game. And before you know it, you have been in bed for over an hour, and although your body is tired, your brain is not. Our TVs, laptops, computers, and tablets have invaded our bedroom, and they are keeping us awake. In an article titled Powered Down off of webmd.com, it states TVs, computers, and other blue light sources should be turned off 1 hour before bedtime. After reading this article, I was curious as to why we should turn off our blue light sources 1 hour before going to bed, and I kind of wanted to learn the science around it too. So I did a little research, and I found out that blue light is everywhere. Its main source is the sun, and our body responds to the daylight hours as a time to be awake, and as the sun sets, our body responds to the lesser light as a time to rest, go to sleep. According to an article in 2015, Scientific American, quote, recent studies have shown that shifts in this clock can have devastating health effects because it controls not only our wakefulness, but also individual clocks that dictate function in the heart's organs, end quote. While our body sleeps, it is busy removing toxins that have built up during the day. In another article written 4 years ago in Live Science, quote, the brain has limited energy at its disposal. It appears that it must choose between two different functional states, awake and aware, or asleep and cleaning up, end quote. If our quality of sleep is down, then so is the quality of our waking life. What exactly is affected? Help Guide also says our immune system, our productivity, our emotional balance, and our brain and health are just a few things that are affected in our mental and physical bodies. I decided to give this a try after reading these articles. I wasn't sure if I could or not because of my job and my daily activities, and the fact that usually I'm climbing into bed minutes after turning an assignment from my online classes. After a week, I noticed a higher concentration in my studies, and I was able to stay on task for things. I was actually quite surprised that it really worked. Some people think that all they need is 7 to 9 hours and they don't have to worry about the 1 hour rule. And although 7 to 9 hours is the suggested sleep for most adults, according to Help Guide, it is the quality of those 7 to 9 hours. If we retire to bed looking at a blue light source, we jeopardize the quality of our much needed sleep cycle. Our body time clock is trying to determine, it's tracking our hours, it's tracking our awake hours as a time, to be awake and aware, and it's tracking our sleeping hours so it can determine when it should be awake and aware and when it should be cleaning the toxins. And as we look at blue light sources, we trick our brain and we confuse those proper hours of function. If you need help winding down at the end of the day, let me make some suggestions for you. I would read a real book. You might find some at the library or even on a bookshelf in your house. I also like reading the scriptures at night. That helps me calm down. Another suggestion would be to keep a journal. I like writing about the things that I need to work on. I like writing about the things that I accomplished that day. And I also like keeping a thankful journal. That usually puts a smile on my face as I climb into bed and write down the things that I'm thankful for. I'm sure that you can probably find some other things to do too. And the suggestion is just 1 hour before going to bed. And I think we can give ourselves that 1 hour to give us a healthier full day at work the next day. In conclusion, in order for us to get a proper night's sleep, electronics should be off and out of sight. And when you go to bed tonight, remember, coworkers, neighbors, and friends are not invited.